Hello again. So yeah, like I said, I was going to make a video again after my dose possibly increased, or I think I said after maybe like a fortnight. My dose has increased, so I thought I'd make this video. It's gone from 30 milligrams of Elvanse to 50 milligrams, and that was on Wednesday 7th. We're now Saturday 10th. I was really nervous about this dose. 30 milligrams was working really well. It just didn't seem quite there. It wasn't quite perfect. So the psychiatrist wanted to try 50 milligrams. And yeah, I'm definitely game to try that, because I can always go back down to 40 or 30 afterwards. So that was kind of the next step in the titration for me. One quick note before I get into like the benefits of 50 over 30 and side effects that I've noticed so far of 50. There is quite a price difference between the two. It was already expensive. I paid, I think it was £86 for 28 days of 30 milligrams. 50 milligrams for 28 days has cost me, I think, 106 quid. So it's not cheap. I think there's no generic version, and that's why it's really expensive. That could be wrong. It might just be expensive in the UK. Jumping in on the benefits I've noticed so far between of 50 milligrams in comparison to 30 milligrams. 50 milligrams seems to have like a longer effect time in comparison. I think on 30 milligrams I was getting around 10 to 12 hours depending on sleep, food, how busy I was in the day, and then just kind of how I felt did somewhat affect how I felt like the medication worked. Yeah, I think it was around 10 to 12 hours that I got from that. 50 milligrams on the other hand, I would say lasts at least 12 to 14 hours. I don't know if there's any science behind that or not, if a higher dosage should last longer, or if you just get more bang for your buck when you actually take it. But it does seem as though I have had like a longer period in which I'm focused. Secondly, I'm feeling much more grounded in general, especially in social situations. I'm much less distracted, and I'm able to keep up with a conversation with someone and not keep having to just ask question after question after question, because I can't really think of my own like anecdote or experience to compare what they're talking about to. Third benefit that I've had on 50 milligrams has been I'm kind of notoriously bad for either not reaching out or taking ages to reply when it comes to family, friends, messages. On 50 milligrams, I've just noticed that I won't ignore messages for days on end. I think I did it because I didn't really know what to say, or I don't know. But I've been reaching out to people a lot more often, and replying, well, pretty much as soon as they send the message, just because I'm a bit more on it, so I'm more inclined to reply. Moving on to some side effects, on the other hand, I've noticed about 5 or 6 hours in, which I'm assuming is, or I've read, is the peak when the medication should peak. So it's sort of when it's at its highest effectiveness, I guess. I've noticed really heavy eyes, but I'm not tired as such. My body's not tired, the rest of me is not tired. I've just noticed that my eyes are really, really low and heavy. It's been at work all this week. I've got a really tacky mouth. I've noticed at work all this week that, yeah, 5 or 6 hours in, I've just got ridiculously heavy, tired eyes. So that's a bit odd. Another side effect, which kind of just leads on, and I have said it before, I'm still sweating a lot, like really excessively, but it's not noticeably worse than, say, 30 milligrams was. I've just carried on sweating. It might be worse, it might not, but it's also cooled down a lot in the last few days in the UK, so that might have something to do with it, but yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. Last one, and I'm not quite sure if it is a side effect really, but I do seem more anxious when it comes to becoming dependent on a dose, and so needing to kind of keep increasing just to get the same effect out of it, and I'm worried that I'll just keep increasing and increasing and increasing. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's a side effect of the medication or if that's me overthinking the fact that these medications can be quite addictive, or you can become dependent on them. But I do know that obviously I could combat that if that were to be the case with like a medication holiday, taking 2 or 3 days off of the medication, like a weekend possibly, and then coming back at it on Monday, and my body will have kind of reset, got back to baseline a little bit, so it shouldn't make that much of a difference in theory. But yeah, overall 50 milligrams, I've had, like I said, much better coverage for the entire day, so the evenings have been much more productive in comparison to 30 milligrams. I'm coming home and I've still got energy to do any little bits that I need to do at home, and also like do stuff for myself, whether that be like sitting on the computer and I'm selling a few bits online, which usually I'd really put off, like posting them, having to take the pictures and write a description and things like that. I'm just getting them done, and also just sitting on Reddit and replying to posts. Yeah, I've noticed that I've just got a bit more energy to focus for little things like that. On the topic of Reddit, actually, there is a really good Reddit thread that is about, so it's /ADHD. It's really good, it's really informative. And it's quite funny. People post things like memes about ADHD and what people tend to do or feel like. It's just quite a good community. So if anyone, I don't know if anyone cares, but yeah, check that out. It's quite good. I'll probably make another one of these videos at a week on this dose. So I think I'm on day 4, so in another 3 days time, maybe Tuesday. I think my anniversary is on Tuesday, so probably not Tuesday, maybe Wednesday in that case, an update, give an update on how I've been for the past week. If anyone has any questions, if you haven't seen this video and you've got any questions on like my experience on this, because I know I did before I started, I'm by no means an expert already. I've at least got like some personal experience to go by that I can report back on. So comment below any questions if you happen to have any. I'm only making these videos for me to try and keep myself accountable to how I'm feeling, but also if anyone is going through a similar thing of starting medication and it helps, then I'm glad it can. I'm rambling now. Yeah, I'll see you in 3 or 4 days. Ciao.